Hey, Gilbert's here. Let's tell him your pain to go down and quit smoking. Where is Gilbert?
Yes.
Yes.
A whole 65?
I hear Gilbert's single again.
Yeah,
What?
Gilbert's single.
Yeah.
Really?
He broke up?
He dumped that cute girl.
I think she dumped
She must
him.
have dumped him. Come on.
Well, here's what happened.
Who's he dumped?
I saw her. I ran into her at a party.
Uh-huh.
We're talking about your ex-girlfriend. I ran into Gilbert's ex-girlfriend at a party, and she told me the whole story.
All right, tell me then.
I'll fill you in.
I didn't even know what she was doing with Gilbert, but...
Hey, Gilbert. Gilbert. Gilbert.
And how long did it last, anyway? How long were they together?
How did his parents know to name him Gilbert?
Isn't he perfect?
Perfect. They trained a comedy genius.
Clarence was taken. Yeah.
Did your parents, because your parents are old Jews, did they have to use the G? Is there a dead relative you're named after? I know a lot of Jews do that.
Yeah, no, I have no idea where it came from.
Did you ever ask your mother?
No.
Was I named after someone? Why did you name me Gilbert?
I have no idea.
You never asked your mother?
No.
Do you speak to your parents? Do you have conversations?
Wasn't Gilbert a famous gay convict? That's why you're dressed like a gay convict today? So, Gilbert, what I heard is that, and maybe you guys heard this too, because that chick you were seeing was real cute, blonde. Like,
I don't remember seeing her.
Loves Gilbert, okay? He's been banging her for years.
How long, Gilbert, was that relationship?
How long was the relationship?
Oh, I have no idea.
4
or 5 years.
About 5 years.
Yes.
All right, okay. He knows.
He can't answer anything.
Yeah, that's his thing. He thinks he's on Hollywood
I have
Squares.
no idea.
That's why Hollywood Squares is good for him.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, they don't ask you anything. So anyway, this chick, I run into her. Every time I see her with Gilbert, she's like all over Gilbert.
Him, yeah.
It's freaky. It's weird.
Can't believe you're
Can't even believe your eyes.
believe he must be paying her.
Yeah, like the Russian yelled at her and then hypnotized her. Not to stop smoking, but to love Gilbert.
I'm dating Gilbert. I'm dating.
Keep saying over and over again, I'm dating Gilbert. So anyway, I see the chick. What's going on? Oh, Gilbert and I aren't together. I go, what happened? I love Gilbert. He's fantastic.
But what's the big but?
But she's like, you know how Gilbert is. And I go, I know. Like won't take her anywhere romantic, won't be romantic, won't say I love you,
won't commit to anything.
Won't commit to anything.
Other than that, I'm perfect.
Won't spend a dime.
Did they go on vacations together or
No.
anything? Nothing.
Nothing.
She said that he's ill, like,
He's ill?
Ill.
What do you mean ill? Like this is a sickness with him?
His cheapness is a sickness. I mean, it's really disturbing. Like in his apartment, he's got like boxes and boxes of shampoo that he bought on sale once, and he buys them in bulk.
What's
out about that?
That's great.
And it drove her crazy.
Yeah, like he wouldn't like pay for dinner.
She had to pay for every dinner, Gilbert?
Yeah, like
I'm like 1 inch away from like putting pages of the Bible on my wall.
But it was really weird. Like
Chicken blood.
So I said,
he won't pay for a cab even.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So I said to her,
Sounds like someone else I know.
It sounds like you were waiting.
Won't pay for a cab.
Yeah, John, you don't pay for a cab.
Lord, you're such a liar.
Everyone else seemed to get what I was talking about.
So anyway, the girl was like, I think she like hung around a long time. She definitely was in love with Gilbert, but she was kind of like, I think I got tired of waiting for Gilbert to change.
Right.
Like to give in a little bit.
Yeah.
It wasn't going to happen.
Any progress at all.
Yeah, there was no progress being made.
It's tough loving a guy with 20 cases of Alberto VO5. Howard, it's bad with Gilbert.
Like, what kind of shampoo was it, Gilbert?
It was toothpaste too.
Brack toothpaste.
Tons of toothpaste. He buys like toothpaste. Oh, this was it. I'm sorry. Every hotel he goes to, he takes all the shampoo and conditioner out of the hotel in the hotel room and brings it home with him. Like all the little soap, all of it. And she says he has bins.
That's because the bed won't fit my suitcase.
He's got bins in his apartment full of these shampoos and conditioners.
Gilbert, let us into your apartment to film.
Yes.
Come on.
We got to see
Come on, we want to see it.
But Howard, ask Gilbert, like, Gilbert, do you own your apartment? Do you own it?
What? Oh.
Do you own your apartment?
No, it's like a rent control.
Did you own a car?
No.
So what's the biggest purchase you've made in your whole life? What's the most money you ever spent at one time?
The toothpaste.
No, but Howard, he doesn't buy VCR.
He bought one VCR.
No, he doesn't buy stereo equipment. He waits.
Do you have a stereo?
Yeah.
It was probably given to you.
Yes,
right?
pretty much,
Right.
yes.
And the VCR you bought, though.
Yes.
Right. So you paid for that.
Well, that's what?
Well, my last VCR I bought, the other one was actually given to me.
But he doesn't make big purchases. Like, he makes money, but he doesn't spend it.
Why do you think you don't spend money?
I did a show for a guy at Panasonic.
You did. You know what it is? I know what it is.
What?
I think Gilbert's mom and dad were very, very poor. If I can play psychiatrist here for a minute.
Can we have some music?
No, but I mean like poor, like...
Dirt poor.
And Gilbert has always felt inside that he...
Patches where depending on your son.
Gilbert hates aspects... Gilbert can't stand his mother and father.
Only you can.
See, I'm getting to him.
I know. You must be getting a chord.
No, start all over.
Gilbert has, bad thoughts about his parents, and he feels guilty about it. So what he does is he punishes himself, and he's taken on his parents' affect of this cheapness, because they probably went through the depression.
Well, he's probably still blaming them. The reason he can't enjoy life is because they never enjoyed life.
Gilbert, I'm going to say something to you right now.
That.
I'm going to be Dr. Phil.
Oh, okay.
It's okay to have negative feelings about your parents.
Wait, you have to have the Western accent.
Gilbert, it's
part of this don't you
okay
understand?
for you to hate and love and have full range of emotions.
What makes you think they're Jew parents? Your poor Jew parents. You should hate them.
But Howard, I think Gilbert lived with his mom for a much longer time than most people because that didn't cost anything.
Yeah, when did you finally move out of your mom's house?
About a week ago.
No, come on. Tell the
How old
truth.
were you? Were you like 30 or something?
How old were you when you moved out of your mom's house?
I don't know.
Oh, you know plenty.
I'm pretty sure it was over 30. If I remember correctly.
He had to get rid of his mother. There was no more room for the Holiday Inn conditioner.
Chauncey, you're on the air. Go ahead.
Oh, you know, in New York, there's always a party every night. There's always like a PR party for some sort of event.
Right.
Every one of them you'll see Gilbert at, and every time you see him, he has a knapsack. And I swear on my mother's life, he goes around at these parties and loads the knapsack up with everything at the party.
I've seen it.
It's true.
Yeah.
I've seen it.
We know you take food from parties.
Everyone knows Gilbert.
Yes. No,
It's bizarre to see a guy with a knapsack.
It's Chauncey. He goes to all these parties.
Like I scoop lasagna and put it in the
He does.
Why do you
stain at all.
What do you put in the knapsack? Do you ever feel embarrassed doing this at a party?
What?
Taking things?
What, taking hot dogs?
Yeah. No, but I mean taking like little salt shakers and
Maple syrup he took in the plane, a little half bottle.
That's amazing.
I just used that up recently.
Howard, can you guess?
Someone gave him a waffle.
I would love to have him empty his knapsack when he's leaving the party and see what's inside it.
Artie and I
You burn your fingers.
took Gilbert out to lunch, and he would only come if we said up front that we were going to pay. So we're at the lunch, and
I really enjoy their company.
But how did he?
It has nothing to do with the free food.
But how does he? But how does he say that to you?
because I say to him, Gilbert, do you want to come to lunch? And he doesn't answer. He goes, I don't.
And Gilbert.
And I go, Gilbert, we'll pay. He goes, definitely, I'm coming. So we're sitting down at lunch, and then I go, Gilbert, how are you getting home? Because he lives like, I don't know, 30, 40 blocks away from
Jersey,
where we were eating. And he goes, I'm going to walk. I go, why? He goes, I love walking. It's nice to get. I go, Gilbert, I'll pay for the cab. He goes, well, I'm coming with you.
Wow. That's
So you don't walk here, do you?
No.
When you're coming here in the morning?
I'll tell you exactly what happens. What are you promoting today, Gilbert?
Caroline.
Caroline sent the car.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, absolutely. In fact, the one time he did us a favor, he came on for Hollywood Square, so we got it at the last second. I paid for the cab.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is fine. I mean, I would love to. But I'll tell you, I introduced him to a friend of mine, Howard, some years ago, who worked at a book company. And she gave him a card, and she said, Gilbert, I'd love to talk to you about a book one day. Gilbert called her the next day, and he said, would you like to go to lunch? She said, yes. He said, are you paying? She said yes, and then he said, would you give me oral sex? And she said no, and they went to lunch, and, she paid.
Well,
Well,
he
he
needs
gets
to know.
everything right up front.
You might as well throw that in.
You're not embarrassed saying, would you give me oral sex?
And he didn't use
I
those.
was more embarrassed about the lunch. Yeah.
Valerie, you're on the air. Yeah, well, the girlfriend broke up with him
Well,
because
it
she couldn't
doesn't
take
bother
it.
him to lose the girl?
Are you upset to lose your girlfriend? No.
Hello?
Valerie, go ahead. You're on the air.
Yes. I had been on the show a couple of years ago, and I had sent a fax and it said that I would meet Gilbert because you guys made fun of him all the time.
I don't understand a word you're saying. You're incoherent. You're talking.
I'm calling on my cell phone.
Yeah, well, you better talk clearer and make more sense. Did you say you slept with Gilbert?
No.
Yeah.
You did?
About 4 or 5 times.
Now we know she's lying.
No wonder you're insane.
No. Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
When did you sleep with Gilbert? How many years ago?
91, maybe?
Wait a second. Is this the girl? Did you sleep with me, too?
Wait.
Is this the girl we both slept with, Gilbert?
Hold on.
If it is, she's hot.
Is she?
If it's the same girl.
Okay, do you remember, Howard? You had a show where you had
Sounds
3
like our
girls.
apartment's on fire.
I think this is the girl.
This is the girl?
Killing herself.
Hey, Valerie, did you have sex with Stuttering John as well?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, she's smoking.
So
So,
she's very
but she's
Huge
mental.
D-cup, real boobs, tiny body.
So why'd you dump her? Is she mental?
I was, it was just a one. I banged her twice.
She's got quite a resume.
But then when she was telling me that she was banging Gilbert, I was like, totally like, oh no.
You were like, oh, you're a loser.
Oh,
I was in your
John
very
thinks
first
you're a loser. Yes.
Who else did you bang? Hervey Village?
Why did you bang?
Mini-me.
Well, let's find out. Why did you bang Gilbert?
Because I liked him.
You liked him. And
Yeah,
what?
he's a funny guy.
And why did the relationship end? I mean, it sounds like you're beautiful.
I stopped calling him. He was, it was meet me in the city at his place. He'd have like a yogurt and an apple.
At least you fed him.
He must have liked you.
But wait.
Here, have a yogurt. I bought them in bulk.
I wasn't even offered the yogurt.
I bought the yogurt in bulk.
She was on the Channel 9 show.
Wait a minute. You say he didn't even offer the yogurt?
No. It was. I happened to be standing in the kitchen when he offered me a glass of water and saw the yogurt.
Wow. So then, and then what do you do? Like, you'd come over, he'd bang you, and then tell you to leave?
No, he wouldn't tell me to leave. I'd have to leave because I had to go back to the island on the train. But I have to say, in his defense, he's a very good lover.
So you really?
Say that again.
Always.
All guys who look like me or Gilbert, we're all good lovers. We have to work at it. Yeah.
Well, he worked at it.
What was his best thing? Was he good at...
Oral?
I don't want to embarrass somebody.
No, go right ahead.
He's already embarrassed.
Yeah.
Spanking.
Spanking?
Yeah?
Oh,
Whoa!
I don't remember this.
you freak. Did he pull your hair?
No. It was.
But he liked to paddle you, huh?
He paddled your ass.
What was his mother doing while he was spanking you?
So, say again
And
who
Howard.
I was.
It wasn't there. Gilbert, do you remember who I am?
Mm-hmm.
Gilbert, why no more with her?
I don't know. She was just too picky having the yogurts, the apples. Too expensive.
Was she using up all your shampoo?
Yes.
Yeah, she seemed very picky.
She was still living with her parents when she was with Gilbert.
So was Gilbert.
Yes.
I think she was like...
Can I ask you a question? Who was better in bed, John or Gilbert?
Gilbert.
Howard, I was 20 years old.
So that's when you should be great.
Yes, that 20. How can you be better?
The Channel 9 show days.
Gilbert is better than John.
Oh, she's lying.
That's rough.
I made you orgasm.
See,
now all of a sudden she's lying.
Wait,
Yeah.
Wait, I didn't get you to orgasm?
Up until now, everything was true. Now it's a lie.
Oh, no, it's okay. As long as I got it to orgasm.
She has her opinion. Gilbert was better.
John did, and he drove me home.
And I spent more money on you.
In his mom's house.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Who has a bigger wiener, John or Gilbert?
John. But wait a second.
What?
Yes.
That doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter?
I had a lot. I'm not saying I had a lot more fun with Gilbert, but sexually, it was better.
All right.
Was Gilbert
60 years old?
Was Gilbert?
There were no drinks involved.
Was Gilbert very loving? Did he hug you and kiss you?
We had a great time.
Was he loving?
Just watching.
Was he affectionate toward you?
It was
What?
a lot more fun.
She just talks. She's not listening.
Is he affectionate toward you?
He He's still Gilbert. He was never other than Gilbert.
Yeah, how does Gilbert initiate sex, actually?
She's not being honest anyway.
She's not.
Oh,
no.
She's not being honest.
Valerie, tell him how weird.
Tell
Howard how weird the Gilbert dates were. You used to tell me they'd have to meet him in a certain place. And
Yeah, and wait. At like a bar across from his apartment.
Yeah.
And it's not even like, would you like a drink? And then we'll go back. It was like, she's here. Okay, let's go. I mean, I couldn't even have the offer to buy him a drink if I wanted to.
So when you're at the bar with him, he says, let's go. Do you have to, like, walk in front of him, or do you get to walk next to him?
In front of him, I guess. I don't remember. All I remember is that I always hear everybody rag on Gilbert, and I think that it's wrong.
He just wanted you for sex, it sounds like, though.
But that's fine, because it was good.
Right.
Yeah, and she got an apple out of it.
Let me ask you something.
And you didn't like John in bed that much.
I'm just happy she said I had a big opinion.
John was once. We went out for drinks. We went to Mulcahy's. We had a good time.
Well, he had to. He's bad in bed.
Yeah, Gilbert knows how to treat a chick.
Gilbert takes you right up there for good times.
Hey, Gilbert's like dice.
Get in the bed.
Yeah.
That's what I like. I like older men. I like guys like that.
But wait a minute. Let me ask you something. Does Gilbert have any conversation, or does he just say, let's go right to bed?
No. Well, we did. We did a little bit.
Does Gilbert ever ask you about yourself, or he doesn't care?
No. I think, he did. He asked about my family and stuff like that a couple times. But there was only like 4 times.
Does he speak? Does he say anything when he spanks you? Does he, like, yell out anything?
Well, that which you would pull out when you're really happy.
Wait, I'm sorry. What?
With someone.
Wait, say it again. There was 50 things going on at once. What does Gilbert say when he spanks you?
The same things people say when they're in.
Like what?
Well, we need an example.
Because it wasn't passionate. It was just when you're in the throes of being happy, being in bed with someone.
So what did he say?
Ooh.
Children of the night.
Yes, exactly.
Now, does Gilbert ask you if you have a lot of shampoo at your house? And could he come over?
Do you have any maple syrup?
You know something? My mom and I went and visited him in the hospital after he had his appendix thing.
Yeah, I did too. I got sucked into that evil loop. Boy, was that a mistake.
I was having Howard bring me a car.
All right, thank you for the call, Valerie.
Wait. Say again how good I was in bed and how he's better than John.
Yes, Paula.
Hello?
Does anybody call on a clear phone line? But go ahead, Paula.
I'm calling from my cell phone. I used to work at Fleet Securities, and I used to invest Gilbert's money.
Yeah.
For him, and I used to work with his accountant, and he is a very conservative investor, and he's done very well for himself.
Of course, he doesn't spend anything.
He's loaded, right? Gilbert's loaded.
He's loaded, and I also grew up with Artie. Hello, Artie.
Gilbert, I knew you were rich.
Howard, he's worth at least $5 million.
You're worth $5 million, Gilbert? Is that true?
Oh, conservatively.
I bet he's worth $5 million bucks.
Easy, Howard.
Well, if he doesn't spend a dime, how could he not be?
He bought all long-term tax-free municipal bonds at about 6 to 7.5%.
Thank you. And just how much of those bonds did he get?
I'm not going to let you know that.
After these commercials, Gilbert's proctologist will tell us about his last anal exam.
Yeah, exactly.
How many stocks can I get for 40 tubes of Crest with fluoride?
So, Gilbert, you're sitting on a pot.
But when is Gilbert, what is he saving this money for, and when is he going to enjoy it?
His children.
I don't know.
Yes.
Can I say hello to Artie?
Who are you?
Gilbert, you will never have children, will you? I mean, you'll never marry and have children.
It sounds painful.
Yeah.
You wouldn't inflict this on anyone.
No.
Now, you know Artie?
I've hung up on it. I couldn't take it.
Yeah.
There's too much going on.
I don't remember.
Hey, Gilbert, what are you promoting, for God's sake? I don't even have a...
Oh, okay.
No one gives me
Tomorrow
a plug.
Caroline's.
Tomorrow you'll be at Caroline's. We'll all run over there.
Night.
Then I think at March I'll be in Governor's in Long Island.
If you want to see a guy worth at least $5 million, go over to Governor's.
See, a very wealthy comedian.
He's the Ross Perot of comedians.
Yes. Tamara Caroline.
Well, we've learned a lot.
Yeah, more than we ever thought we would.
He's got a tiny penis.
And he's better in bed than you.
Exactly.
Yeah, John.
I was 20 years old.
You notice how John picks what he believes.
Right.
Doesn't, you know.
You can't take that you're better in bed.
Yes.
Oh, but Gilbert,
Then he probably was. I was a kid.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you've gotten better.
Because, you know, when...
Well, maybe we'll have a contest.
I showed up to her house. The parents had the video camera, like, when I opened the door.
What do you mean?
When I showed up to that girl's house, like, the parents had, you know, a video camera on, and they taped me, like, come into the house and pick up their daughter.
So you can take her and bang her.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it was so weird.
Oh, you were on the show already.
So no wonder she bangs famous guys. The parents are into it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was kind of weird that I was picking her up, and the parents were, you know, videotaping me taking off to bang her.
I mean, yeah.
Her parents must be so proud.
What's with the spanking thing, Gilbert?
What's up? Angry?
Yeah, it's an angry thing.
Yeah, it's cheaper than a vibrator.
Yeah, it's
like Howard, really hot girl.
You know what's funny? She doesn't even require that famous of a guy. Her parents are busy flipping out over Stuttering John taking video camera.
The video camera pulled out.
Right now she's having sex with Yakov Smirnoff.
Yeah, we should have asked her. We should have asked her other celebrity
Right,
bangs.
yeah, she probably has a list.
Yeah, because you know if it's John and Gilbert, there's more.
You know what, Howard? I had sex with a Playboy centerfold.
Willie Tyler and Lester. Yes.
Yeah.
Lester.
You keep talking about this Playboy centerfold you had sex with, John.
This girl was way hotter.
The girl, Valerie?
Yeah. I mean, unbelievable.
How do you think she looks now?
Probably not as good. That was like 10 years ago.
Right.
No, John, you were 20. How many years ago was it?
All right, maybe 12 years ago.
17 years.
He's 20, and you can't last as long when you're 20 in bed.
Call her back.
That's the excuse.
Yeah, John, what's the excuse that you're 20? I mean, you know.
I was 25.
Yeah, like when you're 20, you can't last that long. You don't have that much energy in bed. You know.
I only had her once. You know, I didn't have. You had her 4 times.
Yeah.
Or I
had a
twice
chance
in one
to
sitting.
practice.
Alex.
Yeah.
John was 25. It happened in 91, and John's 30.
No. Gilbert had her in 91. All right, yeah. I was 25. Thank you, Bubba.
Can I ask you guys a question, though? Like, why not be with her longer? She's hot. Was she real annoying?
It was, for me, Howard, it was right around the time I was with Karen on Channel 9, so it was,
you were cheating.
She was using up my yogurt too quick.
For Karen.
Hey, Valerie, who else did you bang that's famous?
Nobody else.
Come on.
How come you never got married?
The guy who played
I'm
Rerun?
married, and I'm separated.
Are you separate? Are you still good looking?
Hell yeah, better looking.
The guys are saying you're as hot as a Playboy Playmate.
I am better looking now than I was.
Meadowlark Lemon.
What?
Well, if Beth ever dumps me, I'll bang you.
She's got like D cups.
John said he wasn't as good in bed because he was in his 20s.
I might have. I was double D at the time, but I'm not anymore.
You're not a double D anymore. I'm trying to hear.
I'm here like now I'm like a D because I've gotten smaller. Howard, do you remember your very first Miss Howard Stern pageant?
No.
The first one, Channel 9?
No.
Would you still do Gilbert?
Yeah.
I'll be right over.
Well, Gilbert's free again, and you're free.
And this chick's 44 now.
Yes.
I'm 32.
32, that's it?
Yeah, she's
That's
young.
it.
Wow.
She was 18 when she was with Gilbert.
Oh, no.
I would come and show you what I look like, but I know that you would say, oh, no, she's not that good, because you guys always say that about every...
No, we don't.
No, come in, honey. Let's see you.
Come on in.
When?
What's with your parents taking videotape of Stuttering John?
Yeah,
wait. That was a joke, because John would always run up to everybody with a camera and start asking them stupid questions when you'd send them out. So my father, being the pothead that he is, would say, hey, this is so funny, let's do the same thing to him when he walks in the door.
He's way involved. I see. No wonder you're banging these guys.
Did you tell your dad that you banged me?
Did you tell your dad you banged Stuttering John? He must have been very proud.
And he's got him on tape.
Yeah.
I would come in and show you what I look like now.
Okay. Hold on. I'll put you on hold.
See, John was in his 20s. He didn't have that much energy.
Yeah, and John, where's this Playboy Playmate you banged? Let's get her on the show.
Hey, what do I care?
What's her name? I mean, give it to Gary.
Give it to Will. I mean, he's already looked her up, has the pictures of her and stuff.
What's the matter? She doesn't want to come on?
I don't know. She was on the show. What do you think I got?
He has pictures from the magazine to prove it.
And you know what she told me, Howard? She said her boyfriend's going to allow her to have sex with me.
What is it?
I talked to the Playmate's mother, and she recently suffered a stroke, so she's recovering from that.
The Playboy's Playmate or the mother?
The Playmate.
The Playmate had a stroke?
I stroked a few times to that Playmate.
She had a stroke?
Yeah.
John's Playmate?
Well, John was 23 when he banged her. It was really bad.
She had a stroke after she banged John.
That makes you feel old if a chick you banged had a stroke.
Before I suck in bed and I gave a girl a stroke.
Wait, there's someone on the phone who says that
he was so bad in bed he gave her mother a stroke.
There's another person on the phone who banged both Gilbert and John. Hi.
Oh, excellent.
Hey, this is Kevin. John banged me good. He's way better than Gilbert.
Kevin says John is way better. Okay, we got to take a break.
Yeah, I was 19 at the time. I was not.
Go see Gilbert Gottfried, Caroline's this weekend?
Tomorrow.
Thursday, tomorrow night.
Yes.
2 shows or 1?
1.
1 show. That's it for you.
He's very wealthy. He only has to do 1 show.
You don't even have to work.
Yes.
And then also you're going to be at Governor's Win.
Yeah, I think at the end of March.
All right, good for you, Gilbert.
Can I plug something, Howard?
Oh, come on, John. Now you're plugging something?
I haven't plugged anything.
Look, you weren't any good in bed. Why should we
All right.
All right, quickly plug something, John.
I'm going to be at Cobb's in San Francisco this week.
Great.
With Greg Fitzsimmons.
Okay. Greg's a good guy. All right, we're going to take a break. We'll be back right after these words with the news.
Just when you thought it couldn't get any stranger.
Underdog woman! Another thing, I only bring it up because a lot of fans have written in and mentioned that they saw you on the Stern show.
I didn't know. I had never heard of or seen his show before they asked me to be on it. I did not know that he was such a vulgar television host. You might consider him the King Midas of smut. So after having been on it, I was so shocked and so maltreated.
And no more Howard Stern, right? That's.
Thank goodness.
Enough of him. And because you said they were like drug pushers, making you do shows, right?
That's right. They forced me to do shows against my will, and when I saw that I was surrounded by impurities, I had no way of getting out of the room because I was always strategically placed that I was in the crowds and couldn't find my way out.
Wow. This is the Howard Stern Show. 95X.
Howard was happy.
Howard Stern on the Howard Stern Show.
Hey now, tonight on E! Smoking hot porn star Savannah Sampson.
Hey now.
Oh, yeah, okay, come on. Yeah, I just turned 50. Okay.
At least you didn't have a stroke like one of John's ex-lovers.
Yeah, John's always going around bragging about some Playboy Playmate he banged. We tried to get her on the air, and she just had a stroke.
She's got Alzheimer's.
Rather than talk about John, she had a stroke.
She also said she slept with Lincoln.
She also claimed that she never slept with John.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
and he's lying.
Because he told me that story, too. He's got a bunch of those.
Yeah. She swears she never slept, like they messed around or something.
Did John ever tell you those stories about the girls he could have slept with, but he turned down, like...
On the road.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, yeah. He tells me those stories all the time.
Like, one time I said to him, like, you ever have those situations where you think, oh, maybe I could have had a shot with her? And he goes, and he'll bring up, like, every lead actress and model.
Well,
oh, yeah, one time I was sitting with Pam Anderson.
Yeah. He thinks he could have gotten Pam Anderson. He said to me one time, when I was on that island on who, a celebrity, get me out of here, I think I could have gotten a Nikki's earring.
Yeah,
she really liked me.
I know I could.
Yeah.
You know what his other big one is? The girl from Wings, Crystal Bernard. He knows he could have had her.
I'm pretty sure Gilbert could have gotten her.
Anyone he's in the room.
Cindy Crawford.
But the Playboy girl,
Nancy Reagan.
I promise. I wouldn't lie about something like that.
You had to Playboy. I believe you.
Yeah, I believe John.
She also used her finger on me, if you know what I mean.
Oh.
Who?
Come on.
The Playboy girl.
Oh, God.
That's horrible.
Bring me an initial. I want to see.
Finger. Yes.
And then she had a stroke.
I spoke to her yesterday. She said,
What makes you think you could have gotten Nikki?
Well, she said that I was that she basically said when they interviewed her that I'm the kind of guy that she could fall in love with, that she would want to marry.
Yeah, but that's not the kind of guy she wants to bang.
And what makes you think you could have gotten Crystal Bernard?
Do you want to hear the story?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's when I was on Wings.
This is the best part. He said he still can't believe that he hasn't gotten more acting work.
Was that while you were packing your maple syrup, Gilbert?
You figure him being on the Howard Stern show had nothing to do with him getting the part on Wings.
Right.
It was between him and Gene Hackman.
And they chose John.
Hey, Gilbert, you know, people in glass houses, I've seen your acting resume, okay? All right?
Okay, so tell us, Affleck. Tell us how you could have had sex with Crystal Bernard.
Yeah, tell us about when you were on Wings.
I had sex with the St. Bernard.
And she asked me to come to her dressing room.
Yeah.
So I went to a dressing room, and she sits across from me.
Go ahead.
She goes, now what's a cute guy like you doing married?
Yeah.
She starts like keep on saying that, and I'm like, well, I'm married, you know. And I just kind of got the feeling that if I would have said, you know, that I could have banged her. But, I mean, it's just my own opinion, but maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah.
That's like the kind of thing, like, I saw Julia Roberts in a movie, and I have a feeling. Because I think she smiled at me in the middle of the
picture. I'm pretty sure I could have. And same with Nikki Ziering, I'm pretty sure I could have.
And Pam Anderson?
Now, Pam Anderson that's a stretch.
Yes, Dave.
I just want to ask John one question. John, did they all pay for the cab fare? Yeah.
There you go.
Evil Dave Letterman, man.
Nikki Ziering.
Dave, what's going on with your production company?
I just want to, we got to give it a plug because have you ever heard of this guy? What's his name? Craig Kilborn? Because someone told me today that he works for me, but I've never heard of the guy. He's a white guy, right?
Yeah, he's a white guy. He's on the show after you.
Yeah. And by the way, Howard, what the heck is the deal with that Britney Spears? You know, she's turned into a little whore all of a sudden. You know, if I had to knock off one piece of ass behind the old lady's back, she would be it. Normally, I just, like to sit in front of my CB radio in a leather thong and butt plug and talk dirty while I masturbate.
Dave Letterman, everyone, watch the show tonight, where he can't be as outrageous there.
Very nice.
Yeah, you won't hear these.
Do you know any of the other talk show hosts? I know you know Leno, but you don't talk to him.
Well, I bet Jimmy Kimmel $500 grand that I could kill a homeless person and get away with it. You want some of that action, Artie?
I'll take it.
All right. There you
wow.
Go.
You know, Howard, I had a drinking problem like Artie for a while, but there's nothing like waking up to a fat naked Mexican guy with nipple clamps to sober you up.
So you don't drink anymore,
or less either.
All right, that's enough. Thank you.
All right. I think Evil Dave could have banged Crystal Bernard, too.
It'd be Crystal Light.
There you go. All right, Robin, let's find out the news. And Gilbert Gottfried's here promoting Thursday night's Caroline's appearance, and he's going to be a governor's when?
In March.
Any day now, Artie's going to. Any day now, Gary's going to get me your plug in here.
I hope
here it is.
Before Gilbert leaves.
I have it now. It's down on the. It's very. Gilbert Gottfried at Caroline's in Manhattan tomorrow night at 8 o'clock for ticket reservation 212-757-4100. Good for you, Gilbert. Way to go.
Yeah. So I want some respect around here.
Robin, what's in the news? We learned a lot of news.
I'm smart. I'm like everybody says. Like dumb, I'm smart.
Yeah, we did. Like Gilbert is like dice with chicks. I'm gonna take you out. I'm gonna throw some yogurt down your throat.
You know what's weird? That Gilbert, seriously, and I mean, this isn't the first girl we heard it from. Like Gilbert will go to a bar and go, okay, let's go, and like.
Why do they have to meet him at the bar? Says he's not going to buy him a drink.
Because he wants to look him over first?
Yeah, I mean, that's like a Fonzie move. I mean, yeah, it's really good.
Well, he doesn't buy him a drink, and he just goes, okay, let's go.
And then I punch the jukebox.
Going for the money.
And then he just, like, takes him to the apartment, tells him to get undressed, and he has his sex.
Nice.
And then they leave.
I'm like Axl Rose.
You really kind of are.
You're more like Snoop Dogg or something. You know what I mean? Like he's a pimp.
I mean, you kind of get away with murder.
Yeah.
Look at him. How does he do that? Colin Farrell has to work hard.
I know. Really. I'm going to try with him. All right, Gilbert, go home. I'm done.
I'm done effing you.
you ever feel anything for these women? Do you feel bad for them? Or
It doesn't seem like he's broken up at all about losing the girlfriend.
If they're sleeping with me, you have to feel bad for them. Yes.
do you miss your girlfriend at all? The one that you just broke up with, or no?
No, you know what a wild man I am. Yes.
You don't want to share your life with anyone. In other words, if they go along with the program, it's fine. But any sacrifice or any kind of change you have to make, it's not going to happen.
Yeah, I'm like the guy in the movies on the motorcycle.
Right. You ride off.
Yeah.
You don't want anybody dipping into that shampoo reservoir.
Yeah, he would have had to split up all of his...
There's a Prel missing.
Would it make you crazy, like when your girlfriend...
bulk buy.
When your girlfriend would sleep over and, like, use your shampoo up? And, like, would that make you nuts?
And my sewing kit.
Look, brush your teeth at home, honey.
It's my toothpaste.
Your hair's clean enough.
I bet you there was a lot of that going on where Gilbert didn't want to share.
Could have been. Could have been.
I understand that selfishness, but you're never going to be able to hold on to a woman if you don't want to share.
Where are you going to find another girl as good as this last one?
Well, I'll find one.
Yeah, I'm like Ice-T.
Hey, Barry's on the phone. His son, his 9-year-old...
I slept with him.
No. And Barry, your 9-year-old son is a big fan of the Aflac duck, I understand.
Just pick up there. Go ahead.
Hi,
You want to speak to the... Hi, is this your... what's your name?
Daniel.
Daniel, and you're 9?
Yes.
What are you wearing, Daniel?
That's the... Daniel...
I want to hear the Affleck duck.
You want to hear the Aflac duck?
Yeah.
All right. He asked you a question. What are you wearing?
Pants.
Pants and...
Are they tight?
What?
Are they tight?
Do it like the duck, please.
Can I hear the duck, please?
Duck doesn't say very much.
You could ask the questions as a duck.
Yes.
All right, the duck is going to talk to you now.
Because it's so different from my
regular voice.
Duck, there's a 9-year-old on the phone.
Yes.
Yeah. What year were you born, son?
I don't know.
You don't know when you were born?
No.
He's lying about his age already.
What, well, Affleck Duck, say hello.
Is he not going to do the duck?
I think he's afraid of losing the gig.
Yes, exactly.
I know exactly what's going on.
He's got an exclusivity
The Affleck
contract.
Duck wants to know what you're wearing.
You suck, Gilbert.
All right.
You suck, Gilbert.
I'm afraid one day they'll find out we can actually hire just a duck for this.
All right, come on, Robin. What's in the news? This is silly to waste time with Gilbert.
Yeah, let's not get silly.
All right, Mr. Blackwell put out his list of the 10 worst dressed women of the year of 2003, and of course, Paris Hilton was at the top of it.
Really?
I think it's a compliment.
I dig her outfits.
Well, I'm simply saying to myself, she made the best move releasing that tape of her having sex. She's a huge star now.
I'm saying anyone who's freaked out looking as Mr. Blackwell saying that you don't dress well, it's a compliment. You ever see what he dresses like?
He's a big Mary.
If you really,
he's a fig.
If you really look at the list,
He's a nice girl.
Everybody who did something controversial this year
is on it.
Paris Hilton must have been the #1 controversial person because right below her are Madonna and Britney Spears.
You got a problem? Tinkerbell. Oh!
So, I mean, the list has never really been about fashion. It really is all about whoever's making headlines.
Yeah.
What inner tube are you going to be sitting on this year? Ow!
Shania Twain also made the list. Diane Keaton, Jessica Simpson, Celine Dion, Missy Elliott, Melanie Griffith, Courtney Love, and Lara Flynn Boyle.
Melanie
What's
Griffith?
the best blood stain to have on the seat of your pants? Ow!
What Melanie Griffith? Melanie Griffith on the worst dress list?
Yes.
Who would even know what she's wearing?
Apparently,
Melanie
Mr.
Griffith.
Blackwell is
Invites her to events.
Yeah.
Gay is a French horn.
What was that?
Gay is a French horn.
Melanie Griffith?
Mr. Blackwell.
Hey, Dave, just sit back and relax and enjoy the show.
Jeez.
I'm going to put you in the green room.
Really? Who told him to speak?
John could have slept with Paris Hilton.
He thinks he could have.
I met her at a party.
I think he's got a better shot at more acting work.
At a party.
One time, she looked at me and she said, Get out of the way. But I knew she wanted.
She meant sexually.
I could have had. I could have had Gilbert's mother. Guess how much Paris Hilton's worth? $30 million.
All right.
Also in the news.
I could have slept with Mr. Blackwell.
Now that I believe.
We were working together. And he started giving me a back rub.
That I believe.
I wasn't as good at anal sex back then because I was 20. And the fags didn't want me. I was too young.
All right. An ex-model has filed
my body wasn't as far because I was only 19.
Damon Dash, the head of Rockefeller Records. Just ignore Gilbert in the background.
Good luck.
Yes, this model says she was down in the...
Who was that model? I could have had sex with her.
Well, the model was at a party.
I was at that party.
In Brazil.
Supposed to be in Spanish.
Now, you're talking about Damon Dash, the guy who was on our show?
Records.
Yes, he owns Rockefeller Records.
And he's in, I guess, in partnership with...
She said Dash. I think she meant Dash to her bedroom.
Anyway, the woman says that Damon Dash was at this party and walked up to her and told her, and said to her, would you have sex with me? And she was very insulted.
Me too.
What's a nice guy like you do with Mary?
She said no to him several times and then disappeared from him because she really had no interest in him. But she also said
that's what she said to me. It's the way she flirts.
She also says that she had 8 glasses of champagne and dropped some ecstasy and then went back to her hotel room. Damon showed up with her roommate later on, climbed on top of her, and proceeded, I guess, to have sex with her as she was passing out. And now she's...
Sounds like Gilbert's entire sex life.
A $15 million lawsuit against him.
Yes, I always get them when they're just about to pass out.
Or dead.
She would never have sex with Damon Dash, and she really is offended by what he did.
Oh. No, but she was awake when she came on to me.
One time Heidi Klum said I wasn't that gross.
Dash's people say that these charges are outrageous.
What time Elle Macpherson didn't throw up? Saw me.
Gilbert is on fire simply because the woman said he was a better lover than...
Exactly.
Cameron Diaz didn't call the cops when she saw me.
Because she wanted you. All the girls want you.
Gilbert, do you know Spalding Gray by any chance?
Yeah, he killed him.
He didn't like his act.
Sportly Gray disappeared to have sex with me.
He had sex with me and he jumped off a ferry.
I figured out where Spalding Gray is. He's swimming in Cambodia. That's the clue.
Spalding Gray is,
he asked me if I wanted to go skinny dipping in Cambodia.
With a duck.
Is, of course, known for swimming to Cambodia. He's a monologist and a sit-down comedian, as some people say.
Right.
He's a monologist.
He,
That's a stand-up with no jokes.
That's a boring comedian.
You guys are not going to make him feel like coming back with these statements.
I think he's gone.
Well,
he's a big Mary, isn't he?
No.
It's a sad story.
He disappeared several days ago.
Yeah, what is his story?
He's a
his
depressed
story
guy.
is that he was depressed. He's made several suicide attempts. and he disappeared on Sunday, and nobody's seen or heard from him since, and his family suspects that he might have gotten on the Staten Island ferry and jumped into the icy waters.
He tried it a couple other times. Yeah. And he called his son before he went and said, I love you.
But he left his medication, his wallet, everything at home.
Gilbert trying to be sensitive.
It's killing him.
Gilbert's thinking, how can I work in John banging a chicken?
Oh, goodness.
When he called his son,
what?
He said, oh, by the way, Christy Turlington wants to sleep with me.
They are still searching.
She would have slept with me, but I fell into the water in the ferry.
They're still searching for Greg, but people aren't holding on to hope, I guess.
Mr. Blackwell's a big ferry.
He jumped off Mr. Blackwell. Spalding Gray jumped off Mr. Blackwell.
All right, what else is in the news?
Crazy.
I don't know why I said that in John's voice.
Kobe Bryant is in the news today. First of all, he's injured. I don't think he's playing right now.
He bagged Crystal Bernard.
The Lakers are not doing as well as everybody expected because they're so banged up.
What's a boy like you doing married?
Oh, God. Meanwhile...
Can you imagine? Crystal Bernard walks into the... John, come in the dressing room. What's a good-looking guy like you doing married?
Right. The only thing missing from the story is wah, 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 wah.
That's some story. What's a really hot guy like you doing?
I always rely on the kindness of strangers. Oh, you've got such big, strong muscles.
I'm scratching my balls. I caught myself. I won't do it again. I love you. I'll save that for you. This hand. See, now that I'm not biting my nails, I have to find something for my hands to do. And, oh, if you were here, you would benefit from that so much.
All right, they have now discovered, or it's reported in the paper today, that Kobe Bryant's accuser may be suffering from bipolar disease.
Oh.
And maybe she was in a manic state, which often leads bipolar sufferers to have sex a lot. When they're
What's her number?
A state of
why can't I meet a bipolar chick?
State of
I met plenty of depressed girls, and I don't like that.
So they're thinking maybe that's what happened, that, you know, because it seems like she may have had sex with more than one person in a short period of time, if what they're saying is true about the DNA evidence. And so they're saying that maybe she was having a manic attack at the time she had sex with the basketball
She wanted
star.
to attack me.
So there you go. It also says she overdosed on the antidepressant Seroquel a month before the alleged sexual assault and had been prescribed Wellbutrin, another antidepressant.
Isn't that the one Casey's on? Casey's on Wellbutrin.
Yeah.
It's really working.
Had that fateful encounter with Kobe Bryant.
He's much more cheerful.
Yeah. See, Gilbert, at Caroline's Manhattan, will you be doing your Stuttering John impression?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Some of your new material?
I could have banged Caroline. She came on to me once after one of my shows.
All the women want you Stuttering John, don't they? Even Caroline. All right. See Gilbert at Caroline's Manhattan tomorrow night at 8 o'clock for Ticket Res, 212-757-4100. Quick break. Come back. Finish the news.
If we can.
If we can.
Marilyn Monroe came back from the dead.
Have sex with you?
Yes.
Yeah.
But, you know, that's Howard.
The mental mania that enslaved Howard Stern.
The radio personality suffered from an obsession for years, but now Howard is confessing his secret.
95X. Listening to The Howard Stern Show.
All right, we're going to wrap it up. We're here with Gilbert Gottfried and Evil Dave. Gilbert Gottfried at Caroline's Manhattan tomorrow night at 8 o'clock for ticket reservation. Call 212-757-4100. Gilbert at Governor's coming up. A lot of Gilbert all the time.
All Gilbert all the time.
All Gilbert.
Just quickly, a moment of seriousness.
Oh, I know what you're going to talk about. I could guess.
No, you don't.
Gilbert's Botox treatment.
Gilbert is not having Botox.
Gilbert, are you on Botox?
Someone here said they thought I had Botox. Well, I guess I look really hot.
Well, the girls you almost get.
Yes.
Oh, my God.
Oh, wow, Gilbert looks real sexy. He must have work.
No one looks that good at 60.
I can't imagine anybody would think that. No, I'm talking about that heroic nurse from the Staten Island ferry accident. She was the one who helped the guy.
Could have had sex with him.
Who had, his legs were cut off, and she was the one who stopped and helped him and saved his life. Well, now she's suing the city for $10 million.
Why, though?
Because she keeps having panic attacks.
Oh, I see, because she was on the actual boat. And she ran over, and she's the one who put the tourniquet around that guy's legs?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was a guy who did that.
No, it was a woman.
Oh, okay.
So she says she keeps reliving the horror of that day over and over again in her mind. So she
that's what happened to the Playmate with John.
She had the same kind of tragedy.
John was saying before, I can't believe she denied it.
Oh, my. Anyway, this woman says she can't work anymore.
John comes in during a commercial and goes, why would that Playboy Playmate deny having sex with me? I go, maybe she's embarrassed.
Yeah.
Maybe she doesn't want people to know. He goes, no, I think it's that, maybe she was in a relationship.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe she's living in reality.
He's wonderful with the theories.
Yeah, maybe.
He thinks women wanted to sleep with him, and he's pretty sure he could get them, and he thinks she must have been in a relationship. She couldn't be embarrassed.
I go, John, she doesn't want to be known as a woman who bangs Stuttering John.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe the crystal meth wore off.
Yeah. Oh, no. Why would you want that?
I could have slept with crystal meth.
Anyway, the woman can't work, and she's plagued by constant panic attacks. But I think there are a lot of
Sounds like Artie.
other people in line before her who should get some money from the city before she gets paid. Don't you? I mean, she can still move around. There are people who lost limbs, lost their lives.
Right, I agree. Believe me, that's not real trauma.
Panic attack.
Panic attack.
I have those. I'm at work.
All right, here's a special tape for you, Robin. This is Wayne Brady announcing the end of his show.
Oh, you're kidding.
This is so
Did
good.
he rap it?
No, this is serious.
I could have slept with Wayne Brady.
Oh, man, I want to kid.
Wait, wrong one.
No, that's the rap.
That's the rap. Okay. I think I lost it already.
Oh, no.
No, I got it.
Folks, you know what I want to talk about? Because you guys, I feel, and I'm addressing the people at home, we've become really close the last 2 seasons, and the people in our audience, it's all over the press right now. So our show is not going to be renewed for a 3rd season.
Oh, my God.
No. It's not a bad thing.
He goes, no.
Shock.
He goes, no, that's not a bad thing. I've seen the show. It's bad. It shouldn't be on TV.
We've gotten so close, the 3 of us.
Yeah.
Oh, see, I didn't say that to get... Oh, no, he gonna kill himself. No, I'm not.
No, it's not a bad thing. I'm telling you, this show doesn't belong on TV.
I'm too good for TV.
I'm going to be a movie.
That's right. I'm sorry.
No, but the thing is, that I felt I should be really forthcoming and talk to you guys.
Forthcoming. He's in the paper.
You should have told us before it hit the paper.
Because the beauty of doing a daily show like this is you guys let me into your homes every day, and on the street I get so much love from people.
If people let you in their homes,
You wouldn't be going away.
That's right.
People are keeping there are actually people here at the company. I'm not going to say any names. Wait! I'm not going to say any names. But they really didn't want me to really discuss the fact that the show isn't renewed. Now, there is a difference. It's not canceled. If the show would have been canceled, I wouldn't have been sitting here.
Wow. Big difference.
It
Was it
wasn't
renewed?
canceled.
So he was a success.
Yeah. He could bang a woman.
Yeah.
Right now.
Right.
Okay.
We wouldn't be here right now. You know, like in the old days of TV, that go, and this show will be back, and they go, Indian head. And they do like an Indian head. Well, that's not the case.
I can't believe he wasn't a hit.
I know.
What are you talking about? An Indian head?
Do you remember in the old days when the signal would go out and they'd put up that weird Indian picture?
Okay.
I once got some Indian head.
Is that right? Would she come on the air?
Can we find her?
She denied it.
I never had sex with Stuttering John.
Indian head. You never had sex with Stuttering John?
No way.
I don't want it.
I was embarrassed.
All right. Anything else, Robin?
Is that all you have to say? There's no other explanation?
Hasn't been renewed for a third season. And I just wanted to take a second out. You know, it's not a downer in the least. I want to thank everyone that logs on to the Wayne Brady Show website. You ought to read these emails. Folks are talking about, Wayne, we'll start a letter writing campaign and we'll storm Disney. We're like, hey, calm down. Don't
kill my agent.
People are going to storm down.
There's going to be a mass movement.
Yeah. Everybody, but it just makes me so happy to get so much love. And what I promise you is, we aren't gone yet. We have like 5 more months of brand new shows. And in fact, can I get some gospel music? In fact, to you people, I make a promise today.
Oh, no. A bit's coming up. He's making a bit out of the cancellation.
I think those 5 more months are going to seem like 10 years.
That you have seen the past season. We've had some incredible guests. Thank you, Brother Denton.
Wow.
Give me some ratings, please.
He's so busy showing all of his talents. It's amazing.
You think we'll go into movies?
Yeah, he's a consummate performer. This guy, he does it all.
Yeah, the movies are crying out.
Yeah.
The
Bring us
movies
Wayne
didn't
Brady.
bomb. They just lost money, and there's a big difference.
Explain that. All right, Robin, go ahead,
Yes,
please.
Michael Jackson needed a $70 million bailout from some friends to pay the current payment on a loan that he had against his assets with the Bank of America. If he hadn't gotten that $70 million, they would have taken over that catalog of Beatles songs he owns and some of his other assets probably, and he might have been
I like little boys' assets.
And gone downhill.
He's going to lose all his money, this guy.
I love these people who get bailed out to the tune of $70 million.
Wow. I like that people are nervous that the Nation of Islam now is advising him. like that would be, to me, those guys are normal compared to Michael Jackson.
Right.
They wear a bow tie, nice suit, nice haircut.
And they like women, I think.
And they like women.
They hate the Jews.
Yeah, I mean, they're like normal.
They fit in.
I mean, those are the most normal people around them. Well, they're saying they're worried the children, Prince Michael Jackson, his children will be around the Nation of Islam. I go, that's a good influence.
Howard? Can I just say something about Michael Jackson?
Is it on that paper?
You know, yeah, well.
If it isn't, don't say it.
I just say, you know, he could have been a perverted Mia Farrow. Just let Robin finish the news. Go ahead.
Thank you, Dave.
I'll go on, yes. Michael Bergen, who is a male model.
I can't believe the real Dave Letterman doesn't have him on.
I can't even imagine what kind of mayhem he created in that green room the other night. Michael Bergen is a male model and rumored to have been in a relationship with Carolyn Bessette, who was the wife of John Kennedy Jr.
So was I.
Even after they were married, he is now going to write a book on for Regan Books. It's called The Other Man, a love story, John Kennedy, Carolyn Bessette, and me. So I guess he's going to tell us whether he was actually still sleeping with Carolyn after she married John Kennedy Jr. She used to...
I could have gotten her.
I can't believe Carolyn never said she slept with me.
She used to say that to John Kennedy Jr. when they were fighting originally. Right. So, and now we'll get a book about it.
Good.
Taboo, the Rosie O'Donnell-backed Broadway show.
T-A-B-B-O. Ooh, taboo. 1 calorie. Taboo.
Is closing.
The commercial looks horrible.
In case you were thinking of going, watch this commercial so you won't go.
It's always bad when the word boo is in the title of the play.
Yeah, let that be a lesson to you.
You fairy.
It opened on November 13th to largely negative reviews and publicity. Has struggled since then to reach an even point, reportedly more than $400,000. Last week, according to the League of American Theaters, it grossed $281,000, filling only half the seats at the Plymouth Theater.
She lost like $200,000 a week.
I thought you were going to say pounds.
No.
She lost 200,000 pounds.
Can you imagine 200,000 a week? Gilbert would have a heart attack.
That's a lot of shampoo.
She didn't lose it. She just has much less than she did when she thought, next there's a difference.
Right.
Taking the Wayne Brady approach.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
The money that she had, she doesn't have anymore. And that's different than losing it.
All right, come on,
Closed
Gilbert.
on February 8th. It will have played 16 previews. And
So you're going to have to run and get tickets right away.
I know.
We're all going.
Get them now. We're going to miss it.
Let's buy out the theater one night.
I don't understand this. I'm reading here that a date has been set for the Alec Baldwin-Kim Basinger custody battle.
I could have had a date without a Baldwin.
Well,
My date's been set. For how long now?
No, they're probably arguing over money. So he goes and then says, I want custody. Then she shuts up, and then it all ends.
The kid will be 30 years old soon, and they're still battling on where she's going to live. So they've set a date for that. On February 23rd, it'll kick off. So
A lot of guys do that so that they pretend they want the kid so that they can get
the wife under control?
Yeah. She doesn't really. What she should do is go, hey, Al, here, take the kid. We'll have a party.
Hey, I was kidding.
You'll be in trouble.
Can't you guys take a joke?
A female news presenter in Ohio has been forced to resign after pictures of her in a wet T-shirt competition turned up on an internet.
A news anchor woman?
Yeah.
What's wrong with that?
Pictures of Catherine Bosley, a news anchor for 10 years at KBN in Youngstown, surfaced 10 months after they were taken. The pictures were taken as she stripped naked during the wet T-shirt contest while holidaying with her husband in Key West, Florida.
Who cares? She's not Chinese.
I could have had Crystal Bernard.
She says it was just the spur of the moment.
If she taped her eyelids down.
Silly, irresponsible thing to do, and she regretted it the next morning. She felt disappointed in herself, and she felt that she disappointed God.
Sometimes I take clean clothes to the laundry.
And should anything like that get out, she felt that she would have been embarrassed and disappointed the entire community.
I once slept with Mr. Moto.
She claims she has just recovered from a deadly lung disease and wanted to celebrate life. That's why she was ripping off her top.
Celebrate life.
Yeah, that's why she had just gotten over deadly lung disease.
Like smoking.
And
deadly lung disease.
Ripping off your top.
I didn't know you spoke Chinese.
Lung disease. Fluent Chinese.
You're crazy.
A lung disease.
I feel like such a loser.
The BBC is going
like to recover from
The BBC is going to broadcast a live radio performance of an orchestra
I'd like to see Arabia.
playing 4.5 minutes of silence, Howard.
Wow.
It's John
That's
Cage's
during my act.
seminal work, 4 minutes, 33 seconds.
Wow.
It will be highlighted on Radio 3. It'll be the highlight of that concert series. The piece consists of 4.5 minutes of nothing. You'll be able to see it on television as well. They will simulcast it. You'll just sit there and watch the orchestra do nothing for 4.5 minutes. I could have written that piece of music.
Right.
Oh, my goodness.
I wrote soon you bunch of rub redders.
I rubber all over.
That rover, it's a rover, not a lover.
Right.
It's a rover.
The Mars rover, they have figured out how to redirect it so that they can get it out of the...
Redirected.
out of the thing it got to Mars in so that it can now hit the surface and go about its business of collecting samples and analyzing rocks. So they will be launching that sometime today. So it will actually touch the surface of Mars tonight or early on Thursday. Everybody's very excited about the success of this mission at NASA. They are...
I'm going to be there for the raunch.
It's already raunched, if you will. It was raunched some time ago.
The Runer equipped.
Anything else, Robin?
Oh, my goodness.
How wrong will they be up there?
Jennifer Aniston is out doing promotion for her movie Along Came Polly.
Right.
Wet bitches.
And
she's on flinch.
In this interview, she was asked how her castmates and friends are dealing with the imminent end of the show. C1.
We can't wait for the answer.
Yeah.
It's going to be one of the hardest things. It already is one of the hardest things. I mean, we have 3 shows left, and it's really, we're all...
So hard.
Only 3 shows.
So then
left?
renew it and stay with the show.
I'm going to miss Courtney and Risa.
I can't wait to see what Matt LeBlanc shows like.
Yes,
Nathan
Robin.
Lane is in a movie called Teacher's Pet.
Nathan Rain.
He plays the voice of Spot, a dog who can talk and read.
Okay, dog.
I'm a homo. I like guys.
Ooh, rough. Hey, I'm Stop Fighter, the dog. Ooh, bark.
Here's Nathan on why Spot wants to be a boy.
He wants a normal life. He wants to be...
Where's my bone?
Eat out of a bowl, man.
Invalid entry.
He doesn't now. He wants more. He wants it all.
Okay.
All right.
Paris Hilton and Nicole Richie, the finale of A Simple Life is on Fox tonight.
I banged them.
Here, the two talk about the outrageous things written about them in the press. B1.
I read the most ridiculous things about both of us, like things, people we've never met, places we've never been.
Now she's all a big star, Paris.
Right. The most ridiculous things, like I had sex on video.
They said I was at a library.
I actually find it funny now just because it's like...
You're used to it.
Yeah, and I feel like people go that much out of their way to make up something that's so... I mean, half the stuff I hear, I couldn't even imagine ever thinking of something like that.
Okay. I
Two big stars.
I couldn't imagine thinking.
All right.
Nicole talks about sharing one bathroom with 9 people.
It was disgusting, and it was bad because I don't know, I always felt like, okay, well, there's got to be another bathroom, and sometimes I would have to go to the bathroom so bad, and, like, Richard, the grandfather, would be in the shower, you know what I mean? So it would take a really long time. And
She's kind of chubby, so she must have some big duties.
She's waiting outside that door a lot.
Got to crap out a Whopper.
And what was the worst part of being on a farm in Arkansas, Paris Hilton?
The worst part was working at a dairy farm. That was just awful. I hate milking cows.
I hate them.
We have to milk hundreds. Like, literally, we pull up, and there's hundreds of cows in this field, and we're told...
Too much for them. All right, whatever.
Well, you can see the last episode tonight on CBS. And finally this morning...
Have your eyes sewn into slits and then call me.
The 18 new members are the former castmates who will make up the new tribes of Survivor All-Stars were announced yesterday. Here are some of the participants. Alicia Calloway of Survivor the Australian Outback, on her motivation for competing this time around.
You know, you're thinking to yourself, do I really, really want to do this again? I mean, you know, is once enough?
What else do you have to do?
The first time was about self-improvement.
I weighed all my offers, and I decided to do Survivor.
I decided this was better over working at a deli.
Takes time away from her
I
writing.
don't need to prove anything to myself anymore. So that's why I'm here.
Amber Burkich, who was on the Australian Outback episode as well, says she has an advantage over the other survivors.
I don't think among the people that are out here, I don't think I'm definitely expected to be out here. So I think that's good, because they're not preparing.
She had an attack of diarrhea when she did this.
And I'm well
Look down and see if you can see Spalding Gray. What is she, in the ocean?
I'm well like now I'm a guy.
All right.
And Rob Mariano says he's looking forward to this one.
Now I get the chance to play with the big dogs.
I don't remember any of these guys.
Something, you know. You get that copycat stuff to me.
All right.
Well, that's what's happening.
Well, I want to thank Woody Allen for stopping by.
Yeah.
What a treat. A new impression.
It was my pleasure.
Want to thank Evil Dave. Thank you, Evil Dave.
Howard, I just want to say I thank you for having me. My nipples are very sore this morning. I let Harry suck on them last night just to keep him quiet.
All right, that's your new son, Harry Letterman.
Is that Dave Redderman?
I want to thank Gilbert Gottfried, who will be appearing at Caroline's in Manhattan tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. For ticket reservation, call 212-757-4100. Tomorrow...
I'm there for a big rev.
Tomorrow, Carmen Electra and Dave Navarro. Stuttering John, you had sex with them, didn't you?
I was going to.
Carmen said, what's a grotesque guy like you doing, man?
Way to go, buddy. You've earned your cab fare home.
What the hell? All right, Dave Letterman.
Jesus.
See you in a year.
It's a drive-by bombing.
All right, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Xin chào tất cả mọi người. Và hôm nay bên em lại về một chiếc VinFast Paladin. Dòng này thì của VinFast thì dòng xe xăng thì đã bị khai tử, có nghĩa là không sản xuất nữa. Tuy nhiên thì hãng vẫn yên tâm về vấn đề bảo hành, bảo trì, bảo dưỡng. Và hôm nay thì em sẽ giới thiệu con VinFast Paladin này. Con này thì bị lỗi mọi người nhé, bơi lội một chút. Thế vì vậy là giá nó thì cũng rất là phải chăng, 180 triệu. Tại sao lại có mức giá này thì nó bị bơi lội, nghĩa là
you.